Howdy folks, Toaster back. Got another ace tanker for you. We're in the SU 12244. We're on Redshire and Counter, and I'm going to go to a spot that feels like it's a good spot to take some shots when you're in a turretless TD. So, yeah, Redshire and Counter. Basically, if you go to the cap and try and contest the cap, you're probably going to lose, and that's what happens to the enemy team here. So you want to knock these trees down. You knock them down in succession, they give you a lot of camo because it doubles up on the camo. So we're just going to sit here and wait for something to get spotted. Normally, I like to have a light tank in these bushes here, but it does not happen. And yeah, kind of a slow game. I'm going to play a few games today, but chances are I will not get an ace tanker. I'm going to check my Gmail as well and see if you guys have any videos for me, because it's highly likely that I'm not going to be able to get any content out this week besides this video. I've just been too busy. So our ARL friend takes a nice 400 alpha strike, and we're just kind of waiting on stuff to get spotted, and luckily there is stuff getting spotted. That AMX 1375 is doing his team no good by sitting there, but regardless. Well, we get a nice shot on the Oni, which is a tough target, and we're gonna face him later, and he's kind of tough to deal with, but that's okay. So it looks like their heavies have not gone to the heavy side, and their lights, everybody's in the middle, it looks like, except for they've got some stuff on the one line as well. But we got a couple T-3485s there, and yeah, they're bottom tier, but they're facing some bottom tier tanks. So we're going to take a snapshot and take out that AMX 1375. So happy with that. And there is just a plethora of targets here. So, and we miss out on the shot on that guy. That's okay. So the ARL, you want to aim at his turret, because his turret is not very tough. And especially when it's side on. So yeah, we're going to have a little trouble with this Oni. We'd like to take some shots into him, but as we take a blind shot there. And notice me being a little bit focused on the map here, as this Panther M10 is going to find out that our DPM is superior, and we're going to go ahead and take him out. That's the one thing this tank has, is wicked DPM. It's got like a 7.3 second reload for 390 alpha, so it's close to 3,000 DPM. So with the setup I've got. So we're back to looking at the Oni, and we are losing the one line, but the one line is somewhat unimportant. This gun is not very accurate either, as we're changing to gold rounds here, but I put the aiming device on it to help with the accuracy. So we're just waiting to see if we can find a good shot, and that's about as good as it's going to get. And just as I say the accuracy sucks, we hit a pixel at what, 400 and something meters, 420 meters probably. So now we're loading HE, and the HE tends to do nothing to this thing, which is really unusual, because the HE on this thing, I carry a lot of it, because if you can get into the hull of a tank, you can do a lot of damage, because it's 122 millimeters, like an inordinate amount of damage. So I use that with side scrapers and guys that I just can't pen, because my gold pen is 217. Yeah, it's 217. So there's a lot of stuff at tier 8 and tier 9 you just cannot pen unless, especially if they're hull down. So, but if they're side scraping, you can just throw some HE into them, and that'll annoy them enough to usually make them leave or make them do something silly. So we've won one side of the map, they've won the other, and I'm the only one on this side of the map, but I figure maybe I can get some shots in here. We're already up to 2200 damage and 2 kills, so we're going to try and reset the cap maybe. We have an artillery piece, so if we spot something up there, they should get reset. So one thing I'll say, there's a low on the enemy team, and I think it might be a bot, because you'll see later what he does, and it just plays like a bot, you know. So, which is unfortunate for the enemy team, because he's, you know, he's top tier heavy in this matchup, and yeah. The Super Hellcat goes for a flank, and we're able to take him out, but we do spot out the low. And unfortunately, we're spotted, and this low has shots on us, so we'll see how that goes. And one thing you do not want to do in any tank against this tank is show your side and keep showing your side. Because if this thing tracks you, you are done. And that's another thing. The low does not shoot my side, it shoots the front. And he had all day to aim that. And it just surprises me, like, why would he not just attack me? Because I have no answer for him if he face hugs me, or if he's hull down. So, and he doesn't shoot me here. I don't know that he has a shot maybe, but he has spotted me, so we're able to move on out. And we're just going to reset up in these bushes and hope for the best, because our T-42 is going to be out of ammo. I can almost guarantee it. He's a auto loader, so I would assume that he's going to run out of ammunition against this Centurion. So, and check this out. He just beelines for the cap. It's kind of weird. And he just completely ignores me, which you cannot ignore this tank. Ignoring this tank is like the worst thing you can do. And we're able to take him out for our 5th kill. So that's the end of the game. Let's go ahead and look at the after action on this. Well, we did get an ace tanker, and we also got a high caliber out of that. And for our 4200 damage, anytime you do 4200 damage in a tier 7, you got a pretty good chance of getting an ace. 5 kills, 1335 base XP. Our T-42 did the business as well. He did 3100 damage, so good on him. And it looks like their bottom tier was top of the team there, so good on him. 21 shots, 15 hits, 13 pens, 4204 damage. And we blocked 680, which is kind of unusual in when you're up tiered. And we didn't really do any spotting. So, but we had a premium account. We also had a personal reserve going, so we ended up with 114,000 credits. And we had a premium account at the time and a 5 times, which I added to this. So we ended up with 10,000 experience out of the game. So I appreciate you guys watching. Please do send replays in. I'm going to try and throw a few up for you guys this week, because I really don't have any replays to show. Thanks again. Tonester out.